And we're live. Oh, Vivi, come on. It's supposed to be in the comments. The comments. I'm trying to drive interaction with my videos. You know, like a good old YouTube person goes. All right, we got one in chat. Peep's probably getting ready for. I'm like 15 minutes early too, so that doesn't help. But we're live anyways. Who cares? We're gonna go to the what solds first of all. Okie doke. Freemason relics of Washington, George Washington. I'm assuming not Washington State or Washington D.C. Yeah, relics of Washington. Sold for $266, free shipping. This has been in the store forever. All right, next up, Doyer Street View, Chinatown, New York City. Divided back postcard. Fancy back, $626. And then the only other one, I just listed this morning along with a bunch of risque comics. George, the ceiling needs painting. You know, she can tell because she's lying on her back, even though she looks very much like a blow-up doll. So, you know, why is the blow-up doll talking? Bamforth, risque comic postcard, sold for $5 in about 2 hours. So these I shipped out this morning. In between ship shows, I think we'll just cover some of these moving forward. The Kala'upapa settlement in Molokai, Hawaii, sold for $336. This is a portrait of Kodo Sawaki, a Zen Buddhist from the Soto school, sold for $14.95. How did I figure that out? Well, there was a lot. I used AI, I used Google Lens, I used Google Translate, and ended up triangulating towards what this was. U.S. Grant Hotel, San Diego, California. White border. Looks like Detroit Publishing. Yeah, Detroit Publishing sold for $355. Took an offer on this last night for $45. Caesar's Restaurant in Tocoloma, California. Real photo postcard. Or no, not real photo. White border postcard. My mistake. Main Street looking north, Salt Lake City, $355 plus ship. And then Fountain in Racine, Wisconsin, East Park, sold for $266 plus ship. A couple other things shipped out this morning. This Burke, the Ergermeyer's Burke on Bible Story Burke, sold for $10 plus ship. Big, thick monker, 1935. I forget where I got this. Probably at the either that book buy I did at the end of the year or Bainbridge Island rummage sale. This sold. Listed this on the live listing yesterday. Sold for $38.95, even though it's missing this here grommet. Not too shabby. Sold Sesame Street 2 record album. Did I put this on the show yesterday? I don't remember. Whatever. Sold for $15. And then comments. You all had one job. This person wanted to know why I don't just buy record mailers and say it saves a shit ton of time, which is not. That's false. That's not a true. It takes me, when I've got the U-Haul small boxes, it takes me about 30 seconds to make 2 mailers, and I also use the offcuts for postcard shipping. So the price difference is significant. The time difference is negligible, and that's the answer to the question. So we had no other decor requests, so I'm gonna have to think of a new comments project for today. One, right, review, okay. So it's going to be pretty quick. Pretty quick. So the comments that we did get, in case nobody has noticed, I actually did all of them. BB, there's it's not quite done, but it's nearly done. Somebody wanted the reference to No More Secrets. I did that. It was more visible yesterday underneath the windowsill, but some of them fell down. It said Cootie's Rat Semen. And people wanted shades for the annoying lights. And if you notice, you no longer have bright lights shining in your eyes. I would say, but maybe even though you are not here right now, I don't believe. There's only one person out there. I got you. All right. So let's see here where we should go first. We just listed this. This was the last thing I listed on the live listing from an hour ago. The Daytona International Sunbank 24. I think I messed up a little bit on the price. I forgot to update it, but it sold for $21.95. You know what? I think that's great. That means I'm already making money back on A, that buy, and B, my efforts of listing those shirts, which I don't really enjoy. If you're watching this on a future pre-recorded style thing, well, thank you for tuning in late. This we listed yesterday live. This is the Stanley number 92 planer. So the shirt sold for $21.95. This sold for $89.50. Ended up pretty nice day of sales yesterday. I think in no small part because I've been really going hard listing. Oh, another thing about the record covers or the record shippers, the cardboard isn't as good on the stuff that you buy. It's actually pretty flimsy, unless you buy the really nice expensive ones that are almost like $2 a shipper. And honestly, the corrugated cardboard from a shipping box or a moving box is much better. Wow, this is actually only £1. Holy cow. There's nothing the post office is going to do to screw that one up. Let's see here. 862. Oh, it's going nice. nice. I can probably go 2 pounds. This is going to be the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the box. Glendale Heights, y'all. The eBay international shipping location is 2 hours away. So any international order I have now is going to be pretty much like to the customer as quickly as it can get there and as cheaply as it can get. That was not my reason for moving here, but it is a nice bonus. Where's my... I don't have any... There it is. Thought I knew I had some halvesies. Does that work? Cool. Yeah, I used record shippers forever, and the reality is that like the last 3 orders I got for record shippers, all from different people, were this like thin, almost craft style cardboard, and like I also ship laser discs. Laser discs in those shitty mailers, like I was doubling them up just to make sure that they were protected. And like once you're doing that, it's way too expensive. All right, we're just gonna go with the top result. We'll do 100 shippers, $71.95. That's 72 cents per 100. All right, for me to do 100 shippers. U-Haul small boxes. Where's U-Haul? Small moving box. When you get 100, a bundle of 25, it's $34.75. So $1.37 each, right? But I get 2 of those. So and that's the online price. I think it's usually $1.24 in the store. So 68.5 cents per. I want to say it's a little bit less than that, saving a few cents off of the 100 price here. But it's actually better than that. I've worked it out where it's about 10 cents. So that's where I'm at. Also, I don't have to buy 100 at a time. I can just keep 25 of them, and I use them for 78s as well. They're a multitasker, as Alton Brown would say. They're really, really good, versatile boxes, which is another reason why I keep them. If I'm gonna keep a limited stock of shipping material, then I want my boxes to do more than one thing. This is trash. Two of these Playbill binders sold for $18.95 a piece. And I'm just tossing them in this here box. It's already been used. Because it really, these things don't need a ton of protection. Because they're made to be protected. This, what was in here? I think I have maybe postcards with it. This is probably the last ride of this box. Just put the label on the pretty side. 3 pounds. 12. 9. 6. We got 6 out there now. Oh, thank you, Laura. It's, it's a work in progress. It's not my highest priority at the moment, but I'm tinkering. I need to grab a pin that I forgot to grab. 1 second, be right back. It is a Air Force officer pin. Force Support Senior. There we go. There. Getting that. And that. Yeah. And I had another. There it is. That pin sold for $5.98. Another use of my record shipper offcuts. Just good corrugated cardboard that I can use for smalls and tons of other stuff. I get a lot of mileage out of those boxes. I used them to ship my postcard inventory. I actually used them as lids, the offcuts for the lids for the postcard rows. All right, we got one more to go, and it's a record. Janet Jackson. Nasty. Do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Nasty. Do. Do do do. Do 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 do. We're going to get you all out of here in plenty of time for $1 Million Headless. Don't you worry. Now, is it a much more of a time suck on like sheets of cardboard when you're making a mailer? Yes. But I have not been to U-Haul. This is what I have on hand. Oh, my neighborhood's great. I live in between, maybe 150 feet from a huge historic cemetery and 150 feet from a zoo and huge park and amphitheater. Uh, it's a great neighborhood. I like it a lot. I'm near the Peoria Heights neighborhood, which is like less than a mile away, but I'm not technically Peoria Heights. Like those bougie bastards. All right, well, it's 6:11. Y'all got plenty of time to run over to $1 Million Peddlers. So, y'all run over to $1 Million Peddlers. They'll be going in 19 minutes, and we'll be back here tomorrow with another ship show. What do you know? All right, everybody. Oh, thank you. And